Hi, this is Jack Stanley, and I have a question. The internet has become an arbiter of life, of what we think, of what we do. But my question is, are we intelligent enough to handle the internet? Now you may sit there and say, isn't that kind of a silly question? Well, I'm not quite sure it is. Because I want you to look at what's happening to the world and society today. It's going to pieces. We are tearing ourselves apart over ideology. And much of that ideology is passed along through the internet. And you have various social groups who feed from the trough of what they want to hear. You have those in the far right that want to be fed their news, their information. You have those on the far left that wish to be fed their news and their information. And then you have the in-between. Whatever happened to moderates? Have you ever thought about that? They exist, but they aren't loud. The loud ones are the far right and the far left. The kind of extreme crazy fringe. It has always been that the extreme crazy fringe was always the loudest. But they never had a platform. Now they do. And the internet has become a bully pulpit for extremist views of frightening ideology. Now, the problem is, are we intellectually capable of taking all of this information, absorbing it, and coming up with rational answers? I confess that I'm concerned about it because I am seeing humanity and also the United States of America tearing itself apart by what is taking place on the internet. How will this come out? I have no idea, but I can sit there and say I see the signs of great trouble in the future. I can say other things that I see. I see strong anarchy. I see strong religiosity in various religions, pushing for ideologies and thoughts. And then I see other religions attacking, other religions. I mean, it's stupid. You have to understand, let's go back in our history. Go back to that whole statement by Thomas Jefferson. Now, I disagree with Thomas Jefferson in many of his statements, but I will agree with him that there is a separation between church and state. That's why you're seeing all the wacky nature in the Middle East. All these countries not only have their government, but their government rooted in the crazy religion for which they, be it Christian, be it Jewish, be it Muslim, whatever it may be. But the thing is that why was that statement even made by Jefferson? It was one religious group going after another, and they wanted the protection of the state. And Jefferson said no. There is a separation between church and state. Church has nothing to do with the state. But today, if you look at our internet, it is influenced greatly by those who are against Muslims, those who are against Christians, those who are against Jews, those who are against anything. I mean, you name it, there is somebody against it. And you name it, there's somebody for it. So as we tear ourselves apart, and become less understanding of our history and become more pronounced in our fringe or our ideology, we will see a stronger and stronger ripping apart of what once was the United States. I hate to say this, but unless something very radical happens, the internet, radicalism on every fringe in every direction, will cause a major upheaval in what the United States is, how it operates, and how the government is controlled and, for all intents and purposes, voted upon. These are very serious things. And the frightening thing is that so many people have no understanding of the history. I have said this for 10 years, that we don't know our history on YouTube. I have listened to many historians and speakers say the same. We are historically ignorant. Therefore, every time one of these crazy movements takes place, we think it's the first time. Anyone who knows their history knows that there's nothing new, just different means of conveying it. And right now, we're in the midst of a hurricane or a vortex of insanity dealing with the internet and with our general understandings. Thank you.